So first story for you today, Ohio School Board votes to arm school janitors. The Montpelier Exempt Village School Board of Education in
Montpelier, Vermont?
No, it's not Montpelier. Montpelier, Ohio voted to unanimously on Wednesday night to allow handgun training for custodians who will tote firearms on the school's grounds and campus. How do you guys feel about that? Come on, people.
For custodians?
For custodians.
I mean, my experience with custodians, at least at my high school, has been that there's a reason that they're custodians. I mean, not to put down the profession. I hear it actually pays decently.
Pays pretty well, actually.
It pays really well.
And
I had a good relationship with the custodians at my high school. Like, I liked hanging out with them.
Hold on. But I think we're missing. You're putting the cart before the horse here. It's not about the fact that custodians, don't get paid well and they might not be educated. It's the fact that they're putting guns in schools.
I wouldn't trust most educated people with a gun in these situations.
I don't trust anybody with a gun.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't even trust police officers with guns. So I mean, I think the point is that we shouldn't have guns in school. If we want to solve our gun problem, putting more guns in school is not how we solve it. Even though Wayne LaPierre thinks that that's the answer, it's just not.
They've kind of faded from view, too.
It's just totally not the answer.
Even the NRA is not really pushing that anymore because they're just kind of shutting up. Because
I mean, I have to tell you, I think the answer to our gun control problem is, one, more mental health care, and two, like Joe Biden said, a database so we can track these weapons, and three, we need to get guns out of people's households and out of reach of children. I mean, in this week alone, we had another shooting this week in California.
We did.
At Taft,
Bakersfield. In
Bakersfield, California, at Taft High School. 2 people were injured there. When is this going to stop? I think that is a question that I ask myself. And I think that's the question that many of Americans are asking themselves as well. When is this going to stop? When is Congress going to get something done?
Well, we're talking about Congress here. We're not talking about a fast-moving body. I see the executive order option as a good option, actually.
I guess. I think the executive order option is the only option that you have.
The Roberts Court, I probably might have some issues with it, too.
Well, I mean, I think there's some things that the federal government can do. Like, they can stop folks who fraudulently submit background checks. I mean, that's where the federal government and the Attorney General can prosecute people. But I think beyond that, leaving it to local school districts to solve the problem is not the answer.
Oh, not at all.
And that's what we're seeing. Ohio is not the only place. It's also happening in New Jersey. A county in New Jersey has voted to allow for their teachers to carry firearms. In Utah, we're seeing the same sort of metamorphosis of ideals that if we arm the teachers, we'll solve all of our problems. But I mean, people were armed at Columbine. It didn't do any good. There's school resource officers in schools, and there's still school shootings.
And in an active shooter incident, you're really like one guy, a janitor without body armor on, with a handgun or something like that, probably won't stand that much of a chance against a guy that's toting, hand grenades and 4 assault weapons. You need a SWAT team for that. So you want to stop it before it happens.
And I think that's the point. And that's the main argument.
Prevention's the cure.